just haven't seen it.
Hey guys, so this is the video to kind of just do an overview. I'll do the best I can. I might have to do a couple cuts because I may forget some things. But this is just an overview of how we got it from a coupe to a fastback. Some people have been asking, just kind of to get an idea. So for the most part, we started on the driver's side. Obviously, it doesn't matter which side, but since we wanted to salvage the parts, so the quarter panels and the roof skin. Actually, you can kind of see the roof skin over there. The quarter panels are somewhere over here, but we want to salvage those in case somebody wants them. You know, I can make a couple bucks. There's a factory seam that there's a video in one of my videos. You could see that we're melting the lead away. So if you guys want to do that on the coupe. There's a part right about here. Just go back on one of my videos, probably the first or second video, and you could see just us with the torch melting away at that lead, and then you can cut along that factory seam and salvage those pieces. Also, in order to save those pieces, we used a spot weld cutter, and just a little drill bit that you get all the spot welds and you cut those out. So anyway, otherwise we ended up using a sawzall and a cutoff wheel, cut this off, and basically just tore it all apart. We cut here, underneath we ended up cutting right at the frame rails, cut all that out, all the old fender wells, or the wheel wells, sorry. And then let's see. So here, this is all new. We had to extend this for the bigger tires, but this is all new. See, we cut all this out. This all came out from the old. This is obviously all the new parts. Now, this is old. We made a mistake here. We thought we were gonna get a steel panel, a steel light panel, but we didn't. But so yeah, that's why this will all get fixed up. But let's see, hold on. Leaving this original panel, tail light panel, so that we can line up the quarter panels, the new quarter panels. It wasn't just because of this, even though you do put it over. And we also got a steel one now because we didn't like that. Let's see. Oh, so you have the inner frames. Once you cut off all of the old coupe parts, then you have the inner frame of the fastback. Now, before I get into that, here is where we cut. Now, the Dynacorn kit actually has here. This is this is a subframe right here. So the Dynacorn piece comes actually almost all the way over here, and Joe, what's that? Oh, and Joe said, well, we didn't need to go all the way over there, so we cut it short. You can kind of tell this is where we welded it. So we cut it. This is where the old subframe out of the coupe came out, and then this is where the new came in, and we welded it. Now under here, we're to kind of tack this because this is all we're gonna mold this in. We don't want these seams, any of these gaps. But anyway, under here, there's a spot or an area like this that you have to drill out with the spot weld cutter. And so you get all those out. Down here, there's also a piece. Let me see if I can see it. Okay, so it's hard to see. That red, I can't see it. Anyway, there's another piece. There's another piece right there that you have to drill out. That way you can take off the old inner frame. And so that's basically this, the new frame. That's where this goes. It all has. It's just like fitting a puzzle piece, you know. So we put the inner frame, and then we just we started tying it together. Just kind of tack welding, and actually in some spots, but for the most part we put like some screws and everything before we actually did any of the welding. But that, as you can see here, here you go. Here's another support that is connected to the inner frame. See, this is all connected right here, and so that's welded. So yeah, we just put all the pieces together, and then we just start fitting it. You know, here's let's see if we can get it. Okay, the roll cage is kind of in the way, but here's another piece, another cross brace that goes there, and that, I mean, everything is just fitted. I mean, it's stamped so that you can see where it goes on the frame, on the inner frame right here. So you just basically put it together. And sometimes there was some parts that didn't quite line up, and it's okay. You just measure, you measure, for example, the windshield, and then just get as close as possible. So yeah, and then after that, that's when we started fitting the roof skin, the quarter panels. Let's see, and yeah, that's about it. That's just fitting everything on after that. Let's see. The conversion itself only took us about 5 days. It only took us 5 days to convert it into a fastback. Now I wasn't rolling at that point because we did the front suspension, or we still had to do the front suspension, which is a Mustang 2. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, it's up to date. This is right now. I'm trying to catch up on YouTube to where we are now. But anyway, so yeah, we have the engine in, but yeah, so we had to put that Mustang 2 front suspension before we started rolling, which was a few days after we finished the conversion kit. Let's see, the kit itself was about $4,000 or something, plus the shipping costs, the freight. The car, I bought the Coupe out of Phoenix. It was for $4,000, and then for labor, it was $2,000 for labor to do the conversion. So I mean, it had me at a lot cheaper than buying a fastback, because the cheapest I could find was for $12,000, and it was a rust bucket. That was the cheapest I could find on eBay. I was looking all over. I ended up getting this Coupe on Craigslist. So, but yeah, let's see. What else, Joe? So that's about it for the conversion. If you have other questions, please ask. And if you really want to do this yourself, and you want more details, or you have a question, like I said, about something specific, just message me either through Instagram or just on YouTube, and I'll be more than happy to answer. That way I can help anybody out that wants to do this for themselves. Thankfully, I have Joe. He's the mastermind, I've always said. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is that for tools, you're gonna need to get yourself a Joe. But in all seriousness, of course, welder, like I said, a sawzall, cutoff wheel. You can find those. What was the brand, Joe? What was that brand that we got? Blair, right? The Blair.
Yeah, get the Blair because they're better than the cheapy ones.
Yeah. Okay.
The spot cutting.
Yeah. So for the spot weld cutters, drill bits, we use the Blair brand, which is a really good brand. So that's what Joe recommends. And yeah, we used one set that we got off of Amazon. I think it was like $40. I forget whatever it costs, but it lasted us for the whole car, and we used it a lot. There's a lot of spots that you have to cut out. Oh, and then a plasma cutter. The plasma cutter was awesome. We used the plasma cutter for a lot of parts as well. I didn't mention the plasma cutter, did I? I don't think I mentioned the plasma cutter. But yeah, so anyway, there was a lot of parts that the plasma cutter just really comes in handy, especially along the sides over here with the because this is all part of the new, right? See, here's the old. Here's that new. This is part of that frame. If you look here, this is where that quarter panel goes on. This is all gonna look nice once we're done. You know, this is just whatever. This is just on. But yeah. So you have to cut all this off, and we end up using a Sawzall, and then plasma cutter. We have to get all that old out from the Coupe. And yeah, you have to get underneath. It's a lot of work for sure. I couldn't believe that we got it in 5 days. But yeah, let's see. I think that's about it. Like I said, ask. Please feel free to ask any questions. Like and subscribe to my channel, and that way you can post more videos like this, and also just along the lines of what you guys would like to see me just talk about in these videos. Right now, like I said, I'm just trying to catch up. I was only posting on Instagram, but I started posting them on YouTube just to kind of share more with people, because usually anytime I look for car things, I don't search on Instagram. I search on YouTube. So just to kind of share my experience and help anybody out. That's why I put it on YouTube. So, but anyway, eventually I'll catch up, and I'll try to get more detailed in these videos. Right now we're doing the fiberglass. You'll get caught up on those videos. Sorry about me getting tongue-tied. I do that a lot. And if you notice in my first videos, I don't really know what I'm talking about. Whenever I first started, I didn't know too much about cars. But thanks to working with Joe, I know a lot more, and I'm still learning, of course. So we custom built this engine, and it's a beast, So anyway, yeah, yeah. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think.
Just haven't seen it.